श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः।
Not okay. Hare Krishna. Sound is coming? You can hear me? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Praja Janaranjana Praja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Praja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की दावन चंद्र की श्री गौरदाय की श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की निवास बालाजी की श्रील प्रभुपाद की ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So everybody is comfortable in English? English or Hindi? English? Sure. Hare Krishna. Everybody in this world is looking for happiness. Everybody will admit this fact that we all are looking for happiness. But youth is the stage where you can understand how to tap the maximum happiness in life without hurting yourself. Sometimes people foolishly think spiritual life means too many don'ts, and material life means too much freedom. And therefore, many boys tend to think that, hey, why do you go to these classes? Why do you chant Hare Krishna? Why do you read Bhagavad Gita? Look at us. We are so carefree. Nobody is there to restrict us. We can go where we want. We can eat what we want. We can do what we want. So we have freedom. And you guys have no freedom. You have to be with devotees, and devotees tell you, don't this, don't that. They say like that. So one time I asked a question to students. If you have to live the life of a dog, would you prefer to be a street dog or a master's dog? So majority of the boys chose to be street dog. Can any of you say why they chose that? Huh? Freedom. They wanted freedom because there is no restriction. They said you can run wherever you want, and there is nobody will give you any work to do also. You are carefree. So majority of them said that. Then I said, okay, let me give a little explanation. Then you decide which one you want to be. Then I told them, see, if a street dog is roaming in the street, anytime, he can be stoned by some boy. Is it not true? Somebody can throw a stone. Will anybody throw a stone on a master's dog? Nobody. Imagine a master is walking his dog with a leash. Will he throw stone? Nobody throw. They know he has a master. But if you're a street dog, people will throw stones at you and they will harm you. Not only that, if a street dog is running here and there, he may someday get food. Someday he may not get food. If you are a master's dog, every day you get costly biscuits. Correct? And you can travel in the same car also. How many of you have seen dogs going in car? Correct? Yeah, it's very comfortable life. And in the building also, master keeps him in the sofa or somewhere very comfortable. Whereas street dog, he lives in platform. Sometimes people drive him away. He may get food or he may not get food, isn't it? Another problem. Also, a street dog, sometimes municipality van comes, they have one stick with a steel wire with which they catch the dogs. You've seen that? They throw it around the neck of the dog, they catch it and put it in the lorry and take it. They take these dogs to feed them to hungry lions in the forest. They throw them. Why? Because these dogs keep barking in the street and they disturb the sleeping people. So they carry 50 to 100 of them and they throw it in the forest for ferocious animals to eat. So will anybody do this with a master's dog? No, because master's dog has got a license, huh? And master is carrying him with a leash. If anybody catches master's dog, master can complain to police. So they will not do that. But street dog can be easily caught. That is the problem with street dog. You understand the difference, isn't it? So after that, I asked them, now you tell me, you want to be a street dog or a master's dog? What do you think they chose? Everybody agreed, probably better to be a master's dog. This is. But then I said, see, if you want to be a master's dog, then you have to do little service to master also. Morning, master may say, Tommy, come here, get the newspaper. You go and pick up the newspaper and come, isn't it? And the master comes in the evening, the dog immediately goes to the gate and wags his tail and welcomes the master. Little work he has to do. But he has to be surrendered to the master, correct, no? Submissive to master, surrendered to master. If some enemy comes, chore comes, some thief comes, he has to bark and then call the master. Some fellow has come, see, what is this? So that's all he has to do. It's very easy. Everybody agreed, I suppose the master's dog is good. It's more safe, they were saying. Then I told them in the same manner, what is a street dog compared to? In this world also, there are innumerable living beings wandering here and there. Devotees of Krishna, they are like street dogs. Why they are like street dog? Because when they are wandering in this world, not following any rules and regulations, you will see that they don't have any master who can protect them. Correct, no? You will find Draupadi was in trouble. Krishna protected her. Isn't it? Gajendra was in trouble. Lord Vishnu came and protected Gajendra. Is it not true? Yeah, when Pandavas were in trouble, one time Ashwatthama sent a Brahmastra to kill the Pandavas. And Lord Krishna took his chakra, he just cancelled it. Another time Parikshit was about to be killed in the mother's womb. So Krishna entered the womb of the mother and rotated round and protected Parikshit. You will see that. Arjuna was to enter the fire because he could not kill Jayadratha. But Krishna blocked the sun and arranged for Arjuna to kill Jayadratha. Correct? So because Pandavas are like the master's dog, they have their master Krishna. And always Krishna is around them to protect them. Once Durvasa Muni went to forest and said, I am hungry and I have 10,000 disciples. So Yudhishthira was shocked. Akshayapatra is washed and kept upside down after the sunset. How will we give him food? But at least let us postpone the problem, he thought. He said, oh, Rishi, please take bath in the river and come. In half an hour you come, we will make everything ready. So when they went to the riverside, Yudhishthira was worried. All Pandavas surrounded Draupadi and asked Draupadi, give some idea what to do. And Draupadi folded her palms with closed eyes. She fervently prayed to Krishna. And you know how Krishna helped. Krishna came and then he just asked for the Akshay Patra. There was one shark and one grain. He picked it up, put in the mouth. He said, may Lord Hari be pleased, by which the whole universe will be pleased. Yasmin Tushtam, Jagat Tushtam. Everybody, so Durvasa Muni and disciples, their stomach started bloating as if they ate at a very big meal. It's not that you are a free citizen, correct, no? But free citizens also have to follow the state laws. Like for example, in India, you have to keep your car on the left side when you are driving. If there's a red signal, you have to stop. And so if you follow the laws of the state, you can lead a happy life. Nobody, no police will catch you. But you break the laws, immediately your hands will be handcuffed, huh? And you are put inside the jail. So, Krishna Bulya says, Jeev Anadi Bahirmukha Atayev Maya Deya Samsara Dukha. Krishna Bulya says, Jeev Bhoga Vancha Kare Nikatastha Maya Tare Japati Adhare. It says that if you forget Krishna, Krishna Bulya means what? Bulya? Forget. If you forget Krishna, Bhoga Vancha Kare means what? When you try to enjoy independent of God, not following God's laws. The result is Nikatastha Maya Tare Japatiya. That means Maya Devi will capture us and put us in Aroda jail. What is the Aroda jail? Material world, where we have come. Correct, no? So there are two shelters you can take, either Krishna shelter or Maya shelter. So Krishna shelter is spiritual world and Maya shelter is material world. Now what are the differences between these two? In the spiritual world, devotees in Krishna shelter, they can experience boundless happiness. There is no misery. There is no word misery in spiritual world. There is no old age. There is no disease. There is no death. There is no suffering, mental suffering or bodily suffering. Absolutely. Spiritual world, everybody's body is made up of what? Huh? Sachidananda, yeah. Sachidananda Swarupam. It is completely pure spiritual body. That is spiritual world. But in material world, what happens to the soul when he comes here? He is covered by two coverings. What are the two coverings? What is the subtle body made up of? Yeah, mind, intelligence, ego. You can call it as a mind. So now we are covered with two coverings, mind and the body. So we can call it body, mind, soul. In this, who is the odd man out in body, mind, soul? Soul is odd man out. Why soul is odd man out? It is spiritual. Whereas body and mind are made of material substance. So, in the material world, when you come, the soul becomes enveloped by body and mind. Whereas in spiritual world, the soul is pure. So, and the soul gets spiritual ananda. So, therefore, in today's talk, we will analyze a little bit about the pursuit for happiness that the soul is doing in this world. See, the soul by nature is very, very strongly pleasure seeking in nature. Why we are pleasure seeking? You will see that everybody in this world is striving to become happy. You will see that. We begin with physical pleasures, like for example, eating gulab jamun is very tasty. You ask, can I take second serving? Can I take one more? Can I take one more? Correct? No? You like to eat more tasty foods. Uh, Or similarly, man-woman attraction for sex pleasure. That is also physical. But you will see that these physical pleasures, they only live for a few minutes only. Like a gulab jamun, when you put in the mouth, how many hours will it be remaining with you? How many hours? Just few minutes. Few seconds, and it goes down your throat. That's the end of it. After that, it becomes something else inside. Correct? Huh? Very short-lived pleasure. But higher than that, in your mind, sometimes you are murmuring a song which you like. That lasts for a longer time. Maybe 1 week or 2 weeks or 2-3 months also. You keep singing the same tune. Yeah. So sometimes you will see college students also, they watch some Hindi movie, they like the song, they'll keep on murmuring. You've seen that? People have a taste for music. Many people put this earphones and keep hearing the song, correct? Yeah. And that goes for a while. Yeah. And in the same manner, somebody likes swimming, somebody likes surfing, somebody likes skydiving, somebody likes, and these activities which give some thrill to you, the mental thrills last for a little longer time, but not very long. After 2-3 months, you get bored with that, and then you look for something else. If there is an intellectual pleasure that is even longer than that. For example, in my college days, I had one mathematics book. In that, I was solving one differential equation. And generally, there is a general equation. Integral now, y power integral pdx equal to q power integral pdx dx plus c. There is an equation. You use that to solve all the differential equations. Correct? No? You know mathematics, you do that? You fit it into this, everything can be solved very easily. But this particular differential equation will not fit in this. It was not getting solved. So I found out an alternative way, and just in 4 steps I finished it. Then I looked at the book, it was 5 pages the author had taken to solve it. Went through a long road. So he was M.K. Venkatraman. So I wrote to the author, "Sir, I have used a simpler method. Would you like to see this?" Within a week, I got a reply. "Well done. Very good. You took a very innovative approach." He said, "I'm going to publish it in my next book." I was so thrilled. My Lord, the author has accepted this and he's going to publish in next book. I thought I am a mini Ramanujam. Just doing one small thing. So when you do something wonderful, intellectually thrilling, like students also write computer programs, isn't it? And when program runs well and it gives you results. Yeah, how many of you have done that? You have done that? Writing a program, correct? When the results come, how many of you feel a great thrill you feel? Correct? Yeah, you feel like dancing, isn't it? I wrote a program and the program is working. I have debugged it fully, correct? No? It gives you a thrill for you. So that is intellectual joy. That lasts even longer. After I did that, so many boys wrote to me, they spoke to me. Years together, I was remembering that I did this and were very happy. Because you found out a new route to that. But that also, after some time, will fade off. Because then you understand there are so many people who are geniuses in mathematics, correct? No? So when you come across them, you think, I am a very tiny tot. There are so many much bigger heads. You understand like that. But there is something called egoistic pleasure. Egoistic pleasure means nobody can replace you, especially in certain activities. For example, who was the fellow who first put the flag on Mount Everest? What is his name? Hillary? Edmund Hillary, yeah, Edmund Hillary. So he climbed up the Mount Everest and put a flag, and his name is now recorded in the history that Edmund Hillary is the one who climbed Mount Everest and put the flag. Now, can somebody replace that post? Nobody can do that. For all time to come, Edmund Hillary's name will be there, that he was the first one to place the flag. Similarly, in Pune, there is one Dr. What's his name? One who found the supercomputer. Vijay Bhatkar. Vijay Bhatkar. Vijay Bhatkar was the first one who found the supercomputer, Param computer, they call it. So now his name is recorded already. Can somebody else find that computer now? No, nobody can replace it. So this is a very amazing happiness that no, I have done something which nobody can. Somebody can repeat that activity, but they will be second or third. They can't be the first. Correct, no? So then you get that egoistic pleasure. How long will the egoistic pleasure last? Can anybody say? Yeah? Till death it will remain. But after death, what will happen? Will you remember? No, it's not possible. After death, it's forgotten. Like Radheshyam Das, I have IIT M.Tech. I was a topper. Now, when I leave this body, next life I'm born as a baby. Can I bring my degree from last life? Can I carry it? IIT, can I carry it? You can't carry it. It is finished with the body. That's it. Then again, I will go to school. Baba, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Isn't it? We have to start everything. From the basic, we have to start again. Even if you want IIT degree, again you have to go to IIT and study. Is it not true? So, that means from physical pleasure, mental pleasure, intellectual pleasure, egoistic pleasure. All these are pleasures of increasing degree. From little, a few moments, a few months, few years, and even up to the full lifetime. But none of these pleasures you can say will be with you for all time. Therefore, you will see they are called material pleasures, and they are temporary, short-lived. Maybe this period, this period, this period. So you should think about this. So some boys think that you people are Hare Krishna devotees, you are chanting Hare Krishna. You don't know. See, we are enjoying this physical, mental, intellectual, egoistic pleasures. You are always just chanting Hare Krishna. What do you get? People ask you. They challenge you. For them, you can say this famous verse. Please all of you repeat. Ramante yogino anante satyananda chidatmani iti ramapade nasau param brahma vidiyate. See, this verse says, Ramante, the devotees of the Lord also enjoy pleasure. Yoginaha. That means it's not that the yogis are not enjoying. Don't think yogis are suffering. Not that bhakti yogis are suffering. Bhakti yogis are also enjoying. How are they enjoying? Satyananda means what? There are two anandas. Satyananda, Mithyananda. What is Satyananda? Real happiness. And Mithyananda is false happiness. Now let us see what is Satyananda, what is Nityananda, I will tell you now. You see, now it's a summer season, mangoes are very famous right now. How many of you like amrest you like? Correct? Imagine you are given 2 glasses of fresh amrest from the mango orchard. You will enjoy it, right? But the same way tasting mango juice is available in fruity, correct? Mango fruity is available. So in my school days, my friends were buying a fruity packet and they gave one to each of us. So I also drank the fruity. I loved it. I said, hey, let's get one more. So everybody drank 2, 3 packets of fruity. But our chemistry madam happened to be around. She said, why are you guys drinking fruity packet? Why don't you buy amras and drink? So we were telling her that, madam, it's all the same. Whether you buy a mango and drink mango ras, or you drink a fruity packet, it's all the same. She said, no, it's not the same. She said, mango ras is Satyananda. Fruity is Mithyananda, she said. We asked her how. She said, look at this packet. It was written outside, contains no fruit juice or no fruit pulp. We were surprised. How is it? Without fruit juice, how are they calling it fruity? Name is fruity, but there is no fruit juice. Then what is inside? She said they have put this kanji, starch. You know kanji? Starch means what? They put water in the rice and keep it in the night. Next day morning, it will be uh, higher form of. It's like starch, correct? No? Yeah. So, and then, but starch looks white, you know. She said, yes, in order to look like a mango pulp, they have put some color. They put color also. But then how it tastes like mango? They have added a mango chemical flavor. Huh? Some chemical they have put in that which has little flavor of mango type of this. So, and also it is viscous. You know viscous? It looks like mucus, viscous it looks. So, we understood that this is simply a cooked up item. It has nothing to do with mango juice. Correct, no? But when you're drinking it, it looks like it's like mango juice. Correct. Now, how many of you have taken fruity? You know it? Correct. Is it mango juice? No, it is cheating. It's a Mithyananda. It tastes like mango, but no real mango. So nowadays, therefore, many people have stopped all this cold drinks and all. Now they go for squash nowadays. Correct. Squash bottles. Why they buy squash? Because that is proper juice. Otherwise, others are cheating. Maza, maza? That is also, is it mango juice? No. See? Maza, maza nahi. Because it is not real, it is Satyananda nahi, it's Mithyananda. Correct, no? So that means in this world there is real and there is fake. Correct, no? There is real happiness and there is also fake happiness. That is the problem. In this world you find that, and both of them look similar, that's the problem. Both real happiness and fake happiness, from the external point of view, they look similar. So we get confused. Like how many of you can differentiate what is real gold earring and a rolled gold earring? How many of you can find out? You can find out? How will you find out? Give the mic to him.
We have a dark black stone,
Yes.
and he will rub the gold atom on that particular stone, and easily we can understand is it real gold or not with the
Correct.
shine.
There are 4 ways they find out. It is said Nigirshana, Tapa, Tadanaihi, Chedana. So you try to cut the gold, upbraid the gold, put it in the fire, and beat the gold. These are the 4 ways. When you try with these 4 ways, it will immediately reveal. If it is rolled gold, it will become black. Huh? If it is real gold, it will never become black. Then you know, this is Satyananda Mityananda, you know the difference. Which is real gold, which is cheating gold. Huh? Similarly, when we were small kids, one day we went to shop, we found there's a big 1,000 rupee note, which was available only in 10 paisa only. You've seen that? Children buy that? So it looks like real note and we used to buy and keep it, correct, no? But what is the note? Currency note? Huh? Yeah, it is a fake note. Huh? So there is a real currency, there is a fake currency. There's a real gold, there is a fake gold, there is real mango, there is fake mango. Similarly, the Shastra says the real pleasure is spiritual pleasure. And then what you find as happiness in this world is a fake pleasure. And I'll tell you why. Why it is fake very soon I will tell you. The first nature of the pleasure in this world is it is never awarded together only. You cannot get only pleasure. I have seen it with my own eyes. One time I saw the train, one big family. They were buying samosas and eating. So one old man was also there in the family, and then his sons and his sons' wives and children, everybody, hot samosa. So he saw everybody is eating, so he also ate. He ended up eating 8 10 samosas, one after another. Very crispy, very tasty, very hot, very nice. One by one he was eating. Next day morning he got up, ayoma, he started shouting. So while eating it is very tasty, while going out very painful. Correct, no? So it is 50% happiness, 50% pain. That is the way in this world. It's called as Hlada Tapakari Mishra. Rupa Goswami writes that. Hlad means it gives you happiness. Tapakari means it gives you suffering. Mishra means, what is it? Mixture. It's a mixture. The mixture of happiness and suffering. It's like that. Imagine you have sweet rice, but there are also stone particles in sweet rice. Will you like it? Yeah, you will like it when it is sweet in the mouth. As soon as stone comes, stone goes, oh, I don't like it. You want to spit it, but it is sweet also. You can't spit also. You sweet you like, but stone you don't like. But in this world, you get a mixture. That's the way this world is. Yeah, young boy is attracted to a young girl. He thinks, oh, look at this girl. She's so slim. And look at her walking, so beautiful. He's thinking like that. Yeah. People write poems. Oh, she is singing like a cuckoo, walking like a peacock, and everything. Yeah. And after he marries her, within 3 4 years, she gets 2 3 children, and then she becomes fat like an elephant. Yeah. Now, where is that beauty gone? Correct, no? Now he looks at her. I tell you things. Where is that beauty gone? No more beauty. And that's why there is hatred, correct, no? Because he wants to continuously enjoy that happiness of seeing her very beautiful and slim, but that beauty doesn't remain in this world. So, therefore, this is a cheating happiness, correct, no? It's a cheating happiness. It's a mixture of pleasure and pain, happiness and suffering. Just like you take a firewood and put it in the chula and you lit it up. You will see that along with fire, there is also what else comes? Only fire comes? Smoke also comes. So fire serves and smoke troubles. You will see that. You don't want smoke. Without your wanting, you get smoke. Actually, what do you want? You want fire or you want smoke? Yeah. Similarly, you want pleasure or pain? Yeah. You want honor or dishonor? Yeah. You want victory or defeat? You want profit or loss? But the other one also comes. That is material world. The material world, you have to, just like for example, in the material world, soul is there along with body, material body, correct, no? The gross and subtle body. That is because the soul is there with 2 coverings. Because of the 2 coverings, this second part also comes. If your material body is not there, only soul is there, you will get only the first part. Like you will get only pleasure, only victory, only honor, only happiness. You will not get that suffering because material body is there. So material body is the cause of suffering. You will see that. Actually, when the material body is present, The misuse of the material body leads to suffering. You will see that. For example, let us see this one finger. Think about it. How much happiness can it give? How much suffering it can give? In the material body, it can give more suffering than happiness. Material body is called as klesha da. It is said klesha da means it is a giver of suffering. Klesha. For example, you can put this finger in fire, correct? No, that causes pain. Or you can put this finger in sugarcane machine. You know that wheel, two wheels, cause pain. Yeah. Or you can take a scissor and cut it like this. So many ways you can give suffering to this one tiny finger. There are more ways also, correct? No, if you want to give suffering to this, innumerable ways you can give suffering. But how much happiness can this finger give you? Occasionally, it can give a little happiness, isn't it? Otherwise, what happiness? So therefore, the material body, as long as it is there, the material body causes problem. You all heard it in conditioning, cutthroat competition. In that you heard right now. There are conditions in the material body. Material body has restriction. For example, one day you ate the big feast prasad. Now you want to eat little more. Tongue is wanting more, but stomach says no. How many have experience? Correct, na? Yeah. That means restriction. Correct, na? Huh? Similarly, you want to sleep a little longer, but there is examination tomorrow. Can you sleep? Without your wanting to sleep, still you have to get up. Is it not in the morning? Huh? You have to get up and run for the examination. Correct, no? Yeah, you will see like that. Tomorrow you all get jobs. Huh? Now it's a rainy day in the morning. Shh, continuously raining. You don't feel like going to job. Can you avoid going to job? No, you have to go. That's why we say, when the material body is there, there are many conditions. You don't want disease, you get disease. You don't want old age, you get old age. You don't want death, you get death. So the second component which you are getting, despite you are not wanting, you are getting it in this world. So that is it. This is called material pleasure, and that is called spiritual pleasure. There's a big difference between the two. I will tell you some more differences. Our acharyas, based on the scriptures, have very analytically explained this. There are two distinct characteristics of material pleasure. It's called as a chapala sukha. Chapala sukha means what? You see, it gives initially a feeling of pleasure. Subsequently, it becomes, painful. For example, take this chewing gum. Chewing gum? When you take it out from the box, very nice smelling. You see that? Put it in the mouth, the flavor is very good, very tasty. But how long that lasts? Maybe a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. After that, it is like a rubber. Chava, 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 correct? Some cricketers keep doing it. Correct, no? Some of them take it and stick it in their belt or something. Or again, they put it. But has it got any more taste? So the material pleasures are like that. In the beginning, there is a little titillation, flavor. Very quickly, it goes off. Then it is boredom after that. Therefore, you will find many of your friends who are drinking or smoking or doing all those things. They got some pleasure in the beginning and they got into it. But then subsequently, it is more suffering than happiness. Happiness is this much, suffering is this much. It's like that. That is why it is created in this world. All the happinesses, whether it is smoking or drinking or drugs or anything like that. Even you may say, I don't have any bad habit. Even if you have no bad habit also, even the normal material pressures also are accompanied by suffering. Chapala sukha means it is very short-lived. So I'll show you one table. You see this one, you're able to see? So I want two devotees to read it. One of you read the left side, another one, give the mic to them. See, I have written, you read mundane rasa, you will read bhakti rasa. Then you read this one, two of you, where are the devotees? You and yourself, both of you. Alternate, you can read, yeah. Read the left side.
Mundane ras.
You read the other side.
Bhakti rasa, like sugarcane biting pleasure.
You read?
First.
You have to keep it close to the mouth, otherwise sound won't come out.
First.
No, mundane rasa is like what? Brackets?
Mundane rasa is like bamboo biting pleasure.
And bhakti rasa is like?
Sugarcane biting pleasure.
So bamboo and sugarcane look similar, no?
Yes.
Yeah. But when you bite a bamboo, our tooth is broken.
Yes.
Whereas when you eat sugarcane, you get the real juice. So spiritual pleasure is like eating sugarcane. But material pleasure is like
Eating
bamboo bite. It only leads to bleeding, suffering. Yeah. Okay.
Mundane ras, first point. Derived with material body and mind.
And bhakti ras?
Derived by soul's seva to Supreme Lord.
Yes.
Material pleasures achieved through senses, mind, etc. are pale and thin.
Bhakti bliss is oceanic, beyond earthly, heavenly, and even pleasure of moksha.
Chapal sukh, temporary and fading. Example, like chewing gum. Attractive in the beginning, but the more one chews, the more pleasure decreases.
Yes.
Amrita, sweet and ever fresh bhakti rasa, loving service of the Lord, is called as Amrita, that which does not die but exists eternally, ever increasing and ever fresh.
Amrita. You know the meaning of the word Amrita? Amrita means what? Amrita means die. Amrita means never dies. It's ever increasing, ever fresh. See, what was Prabhupada's age when he went to America? What was his age? See, what was?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So this old man will be dying like this. Most old people will be talking about health. Naturopathy, allopathy, homeopathy, all pati except Lakshmipati. There you see, he is ecstatically dancing in such an old age. You can see that. That is why it's called Amrita. It is ever increasing and ever fresh, you see. This one.
Temporary. At death, everything is finished and one has to begin a new chapter of life in a new situation, perhaps higher or lower than the last one. One may be an IITian, but when he dies, he may be reborn as a child and has to begin with Baba Black Sheep.
Yeah, I told you just now. And permanent.
Permanent. Bhakti does not finish with the end of life. If one has done 60% bhakti, in the next life one starts with 61%. Thus, there is no loss in the path of bhakti. Example, Gajendra, Bharat, etc. continued their bhakti yoga from previous life and attained perfection and back to Godhead.
Correct? Yeah. And then you continue from where you left. Even all of you sitting here, You must have done something in your past life. Somebody's done 30%, 50%, 60%. From there you continue now. In this life, if somebody is very serious, who is very serious? Anybody knows here amongst these devotees who is very serious? Who? Where is he? Where is he? What's his name? Madhuri Leela? Madhuri Leela Prabhu. Okay, you all know, how many of you know Madhuri Leela Prabhu? Okay. He's very fired up, correct? Serious devotee. Huh? So if somebody is very serious, that means they have practiced more in the previous life. From there they continue now. Huh? They pick up very fast. Okay, next one.
Result. Lose everything and start collecting all over again. Example, many great world leaders like Hitler, Alexander, Aurangzeb not great, accumulated power, property and wealth of others by fair or foul means. But they left behind everything, died and were taken to
Crematorium
with empty hands. What is the use of spending whole life gathering mundane wealth and goods that are going to leave us one day? This is like moving a stone boulder from bottom of mountain to top of mountain and rolling it down from top to bottom. The again endeavoring to start all over again, moving it from bottom to top of mountain. Isn't it a foolish act?
Correct. You understand it? So all these people, big leaders, where is Aurangzeb now? Where is Alexander? Where is Hitler? Where is Napoleon Bonaparte? Where is Roman Empire? Where is British Empire? Where is Greek Empire? All are gone. Huh? So these people accumulated a lot of goods. Even British people, when they came to India, they looted so much wealth, isn't it? Not only India, they went to many parts of the world. Now everywhere they have been driven out. Now the Great Britain has become Small Britain now. Isn't it? They are silently sitting in their own place now. Correct, no? So you will see in this world, people accumulate and leave. A newborn child will be having hands like this. You have seen that? Even if you open the hands of the child, what he will do? Again it will close. You have seen a baby? But when a man dies, how he dies? Like this. Huh? Next life he is coming as a baby, how he will come? Again. So grab and leave. Again grab. At the time of birth, you grab. At the time of death, leave. Again at the time of birth, grab and leave. Grab and leave. That's what people are doing. So therefore, in the material body, you will see one has to think whether, what am I carrying with me?
The Four Wives. There was a rich merchant who had 4 wives. He loved the 4th wife the most and adorned her with rich robes and treated her to delicacies. He took great care of her and gave her nothing but the best. He also loved the 3rd wife very much. He's very proud of her and always wanted to show off her to his friends. However, the merchant is always in great fear that she might run away with some other man. He too loved his 2nd wife. She is a very considerate person, always patient, and in fact is the merchant's confidant. Whenever the merchant faced some problems, he always turned to his 2nd wife, and she would always help him out and tide him through difficult times. Now the merchant's 1st wife is a very loyal partner and has made great contributions in maintaining his wealth and business as well as taking care of the household. However, the merchant did not love the 1st wife, and although there was a rich merchant who had 4 wives. He loved the 4th wife the most and adorned her with rich robes and treated her to delicacies. He took great care of her and gave her nothing but the best. He also loved the 3rd wife very much. He's very proud of her and always wanted to show off her to his friends. However, the merchant is always in great fear that she might run away with some other man. He too loved his 2nd wife. She is a very considerate person, always patient, and in fact is the merchant's confidant. Whenever the merchant faced some problems, he always turned to his 2nd wife, and she would always help him out and tide him through difficult times. Now, the merchant's first wife is a very loyal partner and has made great contributions in maintaining his wealth and business, as well as taking care of the household. However, the merchant did not love the first wife, and although she loved him deeply, he hardly took notice of her. One day, the merchant fell ill. Before long, he knew that he was going to die soon. He thought of his luxurious life and told himself, "Now I have 4 wives with me, but when I die, I'll be alone. How lonely I'll be." Thus, he asked the 4th wife, "I love you most, endowed you with the finest clothing, and showered great care over you. Now that I'm dying, will you follow me and keep me company?" "No way," replied the 4th wife, and she walked away without another word. The answer cut like a sharp knife right into the merchant's heart. The sad merchant then asked the 3rd wife, "I have loved you so much for all of my life. Now that I'm dying, will you follow me and keep me company?" "No," replied the 3rd wife. "Life is so good over here. I'm going to remarry when you die." The merchant's heart sank and turned cold. He then asked the 2nd wife, "I always turn to you for help, and you've always helped me out. Now I need your help again. When I die, will you follow me and keep me company?" "I'm sorry, I can't help you out this time," replied the 2nd wife. "At the very most, I can only send you to your grave." The answer came like a bolt of thunder, and the merchant was devastated. Then a voice called out, "I'll leave with you. I'll follow you no matter where you go." The merchant looked up, and there was his first wife. She was so skinny, almost like she suffered from malnutrition. Greatly grieved, the merchant said, "I should have taken much better care of you while I could have." Actually, we all have 4 wives in our lives. The 4th wife is our body. No matter how much time and effort we lavish in making it look good, it'll leave us when we die. Our 3rd wife? Our possessions, status, and wealth. When we die, they all go to others. The 2nd wife is our family and friends. No matter how close they had been there for us when we're alive, the furthest they can stay by us is up to the grave. The 1st wife is in fact our soul, often neglected in our pursuit of material, wealth, and sensual pleasure. Guess what? It is actually the only thing that follows us wherever we go. Perhaps it's a good idea to cultivate.
You heard the man and the 4 wives, you heard it? So who is the 4th wife? So people spend time with the body or they don't spend? How many boys go to salons for hairstyles? Huh? Nowadays there's a beauty parlor also nowadays, for men also. Correct? And how many types of shoes and how many type of jeans, how many type of belts, how many type of watches, how many type of cars. And all of them for the soul or the body? Body, huh? So that's what this man was telling. "I pampered you so much for your..." And then she said, "Sorry, I cannot accompany you. Body will not come with us." In fact, the body is burned in the graveyard, crematorium, right? And who's the 3rd wife? Huh? Wealth and possessions, yeah, money and possessions. And he always wanted to take the 3rd wife and show off to others. "See me, how much money I have, how much wealth, possessions I have." But he was also afraid that she will run away with somebody. He had the fear. Similarly, people want to show off their belongings, but they are afraid that somebody should not loot us. In those days, there was one prince who used to bring kings from various countries to show his opulence. "See what a big palace I have, how much gold I have, how much silver I have." He would open his treasury and show. More than a dozen kings he brought, but all those dozen kings became envious of him. One day they hatched a plot and cut his throat. They killed him. And they looted all the money. Therefore, people are afraid also. So that's the 3rd wife. Their wealth and possessions will remain behind. She said, "When you pass away, I will marry another man." She said, "No." What is the meaning of that? That means our bank balance will go to whom? It will come with you, bank balance? Where it will go? To another man. It will go to somebody else. Correct, no? Who is the 2nd wife? Family and relatives. When a man dies, they will come and stand like this. at the time of death. And after that, when body is taken to crematorium, they'll go away. Correct? No? They cannot go with you, with us. And the first wife is the super soul. The super soul is Paramatma. So who is accompanying the soul always? Super soul. You heard the example of two birds sitting in a tree? What are those two birds? Who knows? Soul and super soul, yeah. So Lord is sitting in the heart as super soul. So He will accompany you after the graveyard. The body is taken to graveyard and burned. The soul comes out along with super soul. Super soul is escorting him. Come, now we'll take you to the next body. Even if you go to the worm in the stool, there also super soul comes with you. Or you go to Devata's body, he comes with you. Finally, when you have to go back to Godhead, it is super soul only escorts us and sends us back to Godhead. So therefore, he is saying that we should not neglect the Lord. Bhakti Marga means you connect with super soul and practice Bhakti Yoga. Correct, no? Because that sambandha is the most important sambandha which will be long lasting. Correct, no? Whereas other three things will one by one go away. We lose everything and start collecting all over again. Says, read the right side. The result of Bhakti Yoga, yeah.
Result. Go back to Godhead and enjoy everlasting bliss.
Yes.
Bhaktas who engage in devotional service accumulate Bhakti Sukriti, which is indeletable and undepletable, and goes with us even beyond death of one body, eventually leading one back to Godhead. Lord Krishna promises that one who returns to spiritual world will become free from birth, old age, disease, death, and will enjoy unending spiritual bliss in the spiritual world. Example: Shastras give examples of Dhruva, Ajamila, Narada, Bhishma, Tukaram, and many others boarding Vaikuntha airplanes and returning to the spiritual world for all time to come.
Correct. All these people have attained the spiritual world. And we have heard time and time again, that is the benefit of so everybody in this world undergoes the birth. After that, childhood, they have memories of so many photos and videos.
So, what's through this door?
So here is Ajamila, great sinner, dying, but the only good quality he had was he called out the name of Narayana. Because of that,
Narayan! Narayan! Oh, Narayan!
Stop! Leave this man alone.
Who are you that dares to challenge us? For we are the Yamadutas.
we are the Yamadutas. So Ajamila was saved from the Yamadutas. Why? How was he saved? Was calling out Narayana's name. After that, he was given a second chance. For 12 more years, he practiced in Haridwar, which you see on the right side. Then he became Krishna conscious. So many students told me, Prabhuji, we were also like Ajamila only before. They said we were heading towards hell, and ISKCON came, Krishna conscious devotees came in the way, gave prasadam, book. And then once you come to devotee level, now he was taking bath in Ganges and going to the Vishnu temple, worshipping Lord Vishnu, hearing Krishna Katha. That's how he went back to Godhead after 12 years. This is Vijendra. instead of merely crying, he was a bhakta before. Bhakta continued and then he went back to God.
कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल कर्तव्यं दैवमान्धिकम् कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते.
So, in this way, I showed you two evidences. One of Ajamila, one of Gajendra. So all these people, they go back to Godhead one by one. You will say, Dhruva Maharaj went with his mother to spiritual world. Prithu and Archi, they went back to Godhead also. So this is the end result of a devotee's life. Whereas the other fellow who is not a devotee, he keeps coming again and again. It's like, imagine somebody removed the parrot from one cage after 3-4 years. Parrot is thinking, thank God, now you allow me to fly in the sky, and he puts in one more cage and says, 5 more years here. Then you remove him from second cage, put him in third cage and say 20 more years. Will he be happy? But that's what is happening to all of us. We are removed from one body and put in second body, then third body, then fourth body. Whereas a devotee, when he is released from one body, Krishna says, Tyaktva deham punarjanmanaiti mameti. That's what I showed you in the video. You go back home, back to Godhead, you see? Yeah, read this.
Bhoga Tyaga. As one enjoys a material thing, it gradually loses its flavor and becomes boring. One then gives it up and searches for a new position of enjoyment. Example, first a man is hankering and dreaming to get married. After marriage, the couple quarrels and goes to the court for divorce and bitter fights, wanting to get separated as soon as possible.
Yeah, isn't it? Sometimes you find a boy and girl say, oh, we love each other so much, and they go to parents and say, if you don't allow me to marry, you will commit suicide, they say. But after marriage, after 1 year, they say, if you don't allow to divorce, we will suicide. They become so averse to each other. That's what bhoga and tyaga. Just like IT boys work for Monday to Friday, they are completely workaholics, very tired. Then they want to go to Lonavala. They go to Lonavala for 2 days, and there they think, my Lord, 2 days is boring now. You have to go back to work again. Again they come back to work. That's like bhoga, tyaga. Again bhoga, tyaga. Yeah, right side.
Bhakti rasa is the natural position of the soul, and thus one can remain satisfied there perpetually, without oscillation like a pendulum. Happiness keeps on increasing more and more eternally, unlimitedly. Example, Hanuman, Prahlad, all wanted more and more service for Lord and never were tired in devotional service.
Yeah. See, when you are working in a company, they give you a salary package, correct, no? Imagine if the company boss tells you, you are going to stop your salary package from next month. Will you continue working? Will you say that, boss, I love you very much, I'll continue service? Will you do that? No. Salary stops, service stops. Whereas in Krishna's service, Hanuman, Prahlad, they never wanted any salary. Simply wanted to love and serve him. So the basis of relationship is pure love. For Hanuman's love for Rama, Prahlad's love for Narasimha, you will see that. So now let us take some questions. Let us take some questions now. Yes. Where is the mic? Yes. So you all understood. Okay, in essence, what did I speak today? Who can say? You can raise your hand. Actually, every one of you should have at least one takeaway point from the class today. You know the takeaway? Takeaway point means when you're going out of the room, one point should be in your pocket when you're going out, which you feel you liked it very much and you're going to apply it in your life. Yes?
Every material pleasure is temporary, whether it is physical, mental, or intellectual, or ego.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Haribo. And then there are two hands up. Yes. Yes.
So those who are the master's dog are always are then not to worry about their self. Yes. Their master takes care, and in return they just have to serve master.
Correct.
Whereas the street dogs are always they no guarantee to get food.
Yes.
Nothing. They can be caught up by municipality.
In the same manner, what is the analogy I gave for the dog and What is that?
Yes,
How
so
does
the
it? Yeah?
master's dog are compared to devotees of Krishna. So devotees of Krishna did not to worry about anything. Krishna will give them protection. But those who are non-devotees are unsheltered and not protected by anyone.
And they become victims of
Maya.
Maya. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So we should seek Satyananda rather than Mithyananda.
Correct.
Or along with pain, pleasure, there is pain that also comes. So
In this world.
we should go after permanent pleasure, which is to care about soul, not
Yes.
the body.
Very good. Now, one more mic this side. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, what I have learned is that for any starting of any relationship, like we seen the example of wife, love is the most important thing. So to attain Krishna, we should do selfless love towards him. Then only we can go to him back to our Godhead.
Correct. Very good. Then?
Hare Krishna. So material pleasures are initially more pleasurous and gradually decreasing.
Correct.
Like chewing gum.
Chewing gum, yes.
First, it is a tasty sweetness, but gradually it decrease and become like a rubber.
Correct. Very good. Remember, good example. Chapala Sukha, yeah.
Prabhu, we need to build a relationship with Super Soul and all other things like wealth and possessions, relatives, and this bodily pleasure. They are not going to stay with us forever.
Yes.
So we will have to build relationship with the Super Soul.
Very good. Very good. Then? Yes, there is one hand up there. Yes, very good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You were explaining about how this body is more suffering giver, like Kleshada, you said. So even the little finger, we can get many types of suffering from this little finger, but occasionally we get pleasure from this. So in every pleasure,
There is more suffering than pleasure in this material body. So actually, because of the material body only, there is suffering. If material body is not there for the soul, soul is in spiritual world, it's only bliss there. Here it is soul plus material body, similarly sukha plus dukkha also. So we can remove the dukkha if the soul remains in spiritual world. Haribo.
All achievements and all our accomplishments vanishes when the body is left by the soul.
Yes, very important.
But our spiritual achievements and bhakti is always remains credited, and we can continue it in other
Subsequent
lives also.
Yes, very
But we
good.
should try to conclude it.
Very good point. Very important point. Yes. Behind. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I attitude should be removed from us because the only thing we do here is that I did, and I did this achievement, and I have these medals, and I have these certificates. The only thing we do, and this world is Dukhailaya. So to get out of this Dukhaila, the life death cycle, we just have to render service to God, and in return, God will give mukti to us.
Liberate us and take us back.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
Like you gave example of law abiders and lawbreakers. Like lawbreakers are they are in the material world, they are in the jail. Like similarly, we are born in material world.
Yes.
So that
is true.
lawbreaker.
So law abiders live in spiritual world, law breakers live in material world. And even the law abiders also, it's not that they are free citizen doesn't mean he has no duty to do. He has duty also. So the duty of the devotees in spiritual world is to love and serve God. So similarly in India, I was telling you, even law abiders follow the state laws. Then they can live happily. Therefore, follow Krishna conscious laws, then you can live happily in spiritual world. Very good. Any more? Yes.
हरे कृष्ण। तो जी जो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में जो अचीवमेंट रहते हैं हमारे, वो इसी जन्म में डेथ के बाद खत्म हो जाते हैं, लेकिन जो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में होते वो अगर आप 60 के तो आगे आप 61 से स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं।
Yes, very good. The continuous. Yes. Here and there, here, yeah.
At the beginning, you have told that youth is the only stage of life where you can relish more happiness as
Mm.
compared to all stages of the life.
Correct. Youth is a very important phase of life where many youths are damaging their body and mind, correct, no? Because they don't know what is truth. But all of you are very fortunate. You are getting to know the truth. Very good.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, as you said that if one practices Krishna consciousness in this life, for example, about 61%, then he continues from there only in next life.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
will he continue in the next life? Because he may not get the environment in next life.
He is asking if you did 60% now, you want to start from 61% next life. It doesn't happen often. But as soon as you are born, immediately you start bhakti. It doesn't happen. Like for example, even all of us also, say we have done something in the past. The next life, we start roaming here, there, but some attraction is there. You know, you tell your parents, please take me to temple. I want to take darshan. And then when you go to the temple, you see a Bhagavad Gita. Can I purchase this Bhagavad Gita? How many of you felt some attraction for this? Correct? Yeah, that is coming from Purva Janma, he says. You know, similarly, you see some monk, you develop interest. You tell your parents, can I go and give some coin to the monk? Huh? Poor fellow, he's a godly man. I want to do some service. So this is how the old attraction slowly come. And then when that attraction matures, then you get a guru, everything happens like that. So that definitely brings you gradually next life. Therefore, we should try to finish it in one life only. In this life only, we try to go back. If we didn't make it, then we continue the next life. Good question, Hari Baba. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prji, I was also having one question. That like in this lecture we understood that there is no pain of disease, death, old age in the material world.
Right.
But can we get some examples of what kind of happiness are there in the Golok in
The spiritual world.
in spiritual world?
That is going to be the next camp. We'll have Utkarsh camp. It's entirely about spiritual world. Huh? So in the spiritual world, what happens? I'll give you a clue. Just like you have seen Hanuman, Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Ayodhya Vasis, what you read in the Ramayana, correct, no? Similarly, you read in Bhagavatam also, Krishna residing in Vrindavan with devotees. So, one thing I'll show you just.
Hey! What do you want, my fine feathered friends? Ah, I see. What shall I play then? An excellent choice. You are as gracious as you are beautiful. I will wear it with honor.
So, as you saw now, this is spiritual world, what I showed you now. There, all the creatures are lovers of Krishna. And Krishna is also a lover of the living beings. He has no any serious business to do other than just merrymaking with the devotees. He's asking a peacock, what tune you want to hear? Peacock is choosing some tune. He's playing on the flute. Excellent choice. He's appreciating. And this is like you saw the peacocks, the deers, the monkeys, the parrots. He has friendship with them. What does peacock friendship with gopas and gopis? In 5 rasas, Shantaras, Rasiras, Vatsalaras, Madhuriras, and Sakiras also. So, you will learn more about it in the next camp when we go for the Utkarsh camp. So, in the spiritual world, morning to night, there are various activities between Lord and the devotees, which are called pastimes, we call it. Leelas of the Lord. So, you can get a glimpse of the pastimes from Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavatam. In the material world, it's called Naimitika Leela. In the spiritual world, it's called Nitya Leela. That is Nitya Leela, this is Naimitika Leela means occasionally Lord comes here and gives a glimpse of, just like for example, if you want to go to America, they have a booklet which shows what will you get in America if you go. Correct? Now, similarly, that book gives you attraction to go there. Similarly, the scriptures, they motivate us to prepare ourselves to go back to God here. When you go there, it's a life of happiness, morning to night. with Lord, with different activities with the devotees. Like Akshay Patra pastime I told you, correct now? That's one pastime. Similarly, Govardhan Lila, another pastime. Kaliya Daman Lila, another pastime. Correct now? Krishna stealing butter, another pastime. Similarly, you find Lord Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. Between them, there are a lot of pastimes, Leelas. So, spiritual world means pastimes. Material world means time pass. Opposite. Living in it is simply doing time pass here, suffering more and more. Isn't it? Yeah. So all the devotees who gave answers, we're going to give them prizes. Anybody who took the mic and spoke up, come here. We're going to give. Only this many you have? Come here. All devotees. Yeah?
Question.
Ah,
I have
yeah.
a question for you. So, as we call that we are the child of God. So,
Yeah. Tell me.
as we call that we are the child of God. So, why he differentiated between us? Few people feels that we should serve God, and few people feels that their art is a kind of God for them, and they should serve that. So, why they?
What they want to serve? Second one?
Art. Few people feel that they are to bhakti for art. Few people feels
Bhakti
that
for what?
art.
Okay.
So why differentiated
See,
between
there
us?
is a different reason, I'll tell you. Somebody thinks money itself is God. Money making. Paisa banao, खूब खाओ, सो जाओ, मर जाओ. They don't know anything beyond that. Somebody thinks Desh is everything. Desh Prem. Somebody thinking my Jati people I will take care. Correct? No? There are many people who do for their own Jati. Correct? No? Yeah. So your love starts with mother, then mother and father, then mother, father, brother, sister, then my Jati people, then my state people, then my country people. Then you like all the human beings. Still that love is incomplete. Why? Because you like all human beings, but you may still be eating goat or chicken, killing some creatures. But when you love Krishna, then you love all. So all of you repeat, love God, love all. This is what ISKCON teaches. When you love God, you cannot hate anybody, not even an ant also. So that is complete love. So what you are talking about is different people having some compartment of love on some field. Somebody says, I like art, I like science, I like this. That means their love is compartmentalized love, not the complete love. Is it clear? Thank you. So those who gave answers, please come here. Yeah. 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 Please come. All the first years.
Bro, आ जाइए. Simrit bro. Dinesh bro, come. Mahesh bro. आप भी. Tejas bro.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we would like to extend our gratitude towards Prabhuji. First of all, Prabhuji gave this lecture on happiness, and I feel so सब लोग का जो heart है वो spiritual happiness से भर चुका है क्या? तो जोर से हरि बोल बोलो. Hari Bol. Okay. So प्रभु जी ने जब क्वेश्चंस पूछे आप लोगों ने रियलाइजेशन शेयर किए तो ऑलमोस्ट सारे पॉइंट्स तो कवर हो गए, बट जस्ट हम लोग जो है क्विक रिकैप लेंगे है ना. तो प्रभु जी स्टार्टेड विथ हैप्पीनेस एंड प्रभु जी told us about different types of happiness. Prabhu ji started with the example of a street dog and a dog with master, isn't it? So Prabhu ji compared that how a street dog, he does not get anything, anyone can put a stone on him, isn't it? And then Prabhu ji started with the thing of types of happiness, isn't it? And then we saw that there was physical level of happiness, mental level of happiness and intellectual level of happiness. Intellectual level of happiness में प्रभु जी ने एक एग्जाम्पल दिया था अपने बारे में, है ना. तो कोई बताना चाहेगा, है ना? फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट्स में से कोई बताएगा कि प्रभु जी ने क्या एग्जांपल दिया था इंटेलेक्चुअल हैप्पीनेस में से? फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट्स, यस दिस, एंड विद्या सहिता स्टूडेंट्स कैन आल्सो आंसर. यस महेश ब्रो, हाँ बोल. हाँ yes, Prabhuji gave a short method for the differential equation and Prabhuji wrote to the author, isn't it? So that was the example for intellectual happiness. And then there was the happiness of ego level, isn't it? So for anyone would like to give the answer? हाँ yes. Yes, Mount Everest पे सबसे पहले किसने climb किया था? Good, very nice. And then Prabhuji went with the two types of sukha, two types of anand. And what was the two types of anand? Yes, first years. Satyanand and Mithyanand. Anyone would like to give the example which Prabhuji gave about Satyanand and Mithyanand? Only first years and Vidya Sahitas students. Mango juice, amras and fruity. Isn't okay. Then Puji said about how this material world, isn't it? In this material world, there is a pleasure, and then the pleasure comes with the pain, and that ratio is not 50-50, isn't it? The pleasure is very less, and the pain is very more, isn't it? So Prabhuji gave the example of chewing gum, isn't the chewing gum? It isn't. It have just a little amount of happiness, and then we chew. There is no happiness in that. Then Prabhuji showed a very nice chart, isn't that? Mundane rasa and bhakti rasa. And mundane rasa. So one rasa was temporary, one was permanent. Which was temporary? And which is permanent? One was decreasing and one was ever increasing. Which was decreasing? Which was ever increasing? Bhakti rasa. Okay, in that Prabhuji gave an example about Bhakti rasa, that Srila Prabhupada at the age of like at what age Prabhupada was dancing? We see that in video. 70, isn't it? It is ever increasing. And then Prabhuji said about the birth, death, old age and disease. So at the time of birth we grab, and at the time of death we leave. Good. And Prabhuji showed a video of the how many wives? 4. There were 4 wives. So एक एक करके कौन कौन बताना चाहेगा? हाथ ऊपर करो कि कौन सी 4 wives थी, है ना? Yes. So Sumrit Prabhu, 4th wife. Body. Yes. Kunal Prabhu, 3rd wife. Position and status. And 2nd wife कौन बताएगा? Yes, Yugal. Family. First soul. Okay. So yes, super soul. So प्रभु जी ने जो है बहुत ब्यूटीफुली हम लोग को जो है एक्सप्लेन किया हैप्पीनेस के बारे में, सारे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन को क्लियर किया, इजंट इट? हैप्पीनेस के रिगार्डिंग कैसी हैप्पीनेस होती है एंड ऑल. सो आई थिंक सो सब लोग का जो है हार्ट स्पिरिचुअली पूरा अलाइंड हो चुका है. एंड वी वुड आस्क प्रभु जी टू कम मोर एंड मोर टू बी द वंशीवट वॉइस, सो दैट हमारे सभी स्टूडेंट्स को जो है ऐसे हैप्पीनेस मिलती रहे एवर लास्टिंग. Okay, so we would like to thank Prabhuji and by loudly chanting 3 times, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu ki. So first year boys can again come. Prabhuji wants to give more. जिनको हाँ सर्वेश प्रभु, युगल प्रभु, yes, yes, आप भी आ जाइए. कीर्तन.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare